So here we go. We are going to introduce you tonight to a technique. Erica is going to introduce you to that later. And this technique is how to take your negative emotions and reset them with positive emotions. So that's what we're going to be working on tonight, and hope you all enjoy the class very much. If you want to do this along with us, you need frankincense oil, lavender oil, lemon, peppermint, or citrus fresh, and I think a stress way, but Erica will tell you that, especially what you'll need. But we're going to go ahead and give you a little introduction video. Where did this technique come from and what is it? So hold on for a second and let me show you a little video that explains where this all came from and why we want to teach you how you can take your negative emotions and change them out for positive ones. So here we go.
Go ahead and get started. So welcome everyone. This is Dr. Ben Perkis. I'm a licensed psychologist and creator of the Aroma Freedom Technique, and today is an introduction to the Aroma Freedom Technique. So just really quickly, a few things about myself. I have been in clinical practice as a psychologist since 1995, and I've been using essential oils and teaching about essential oils since 2001. So we're going on over 17 years now. I've been trained in multiple traditional and alternative approaches. I had a very broad education in graduate school and my internships. I studied most, if not all, of the major branches of psychology, from existential to cognitive behavioral to relational to experiential to emotion focused to Jungian and Freudian. Really studied a broad variety. And after I got my degree, I studied a broad variety of energy psychology methods, including EMDR, EFT, NET, neurofeedback, lots of different things. And I've been able to teach people nationally and internationally some of these tools that I've developed. And I'm the author of the book, The Aroma Freedom Technique, Using Essential Oils to Transform Your Emotions and Realize Your Heart's Desire. And I'm the developer and creator of the Aroma Freedom Academy, which is an online training resource that trains people how to become certified and how to be instructors in this modality, in this technique. So what I wanted to do today was really discuss why Aroma Freedom exists and help you to understand the really important gap that gets filled when we use Aroma Freedom. And so I'd like to say this way, that there's 3 facts about human nature that we're going to talk about today. First fact is that we are designed to explore and grow. Just as children are designed to start exploring the grass and the floor and getting into everything, it's just human nature to do that. And as we get older, we want to explore the world, we want to explore in school, we want to explore relationships. And eventually when we find our career, we find our purpose and our meaning in life, whether it's exploring and discovering new things scientifically or artistically, or in business or in relationships. That's just a basic fact about human life, is that we're designed this way, and we're really not going to be happy, we're not going to be satisfied if we are stunted in that area. If we are not exploring, we're not learning, we're not growing, then in some sense we're dying. But fact number 2 is that we're designed to learn from experience and to avoid pain by creating what I call these inner rules. So think of the child that's reaching for that hot stove and either touches the hot stove and learns really quickly that hot stoves are not to be touched. That's a good rule that the child has learned. It's not a problem. Or is yelled at by the parent and learns that way not to touch the hot stove. In either case, the child has incorporated this as a rule for life, rule for behavior, and will follow that rule to avoid pain in the future. Or think of a relationship that is breaking up and there's pain, there's emotional pain in the relationship. We learn from that, and we should learn from that. We should learn either certain people aren't right for us or certain things to do or not do in relationships. Of course, lots of times the things we learn aren't really true. Like we might learn, oh, all men are jerks, or all women are dishonest, or we may create these rules that don't actually have anything to do with reality, but we assign those rules because we're designed to protect ourselves. Or of course, if there's a trauma, let's say there's a car accident. In this case, our brain works the same way and does these things to remind us of what happened, even when that trauma is no longer really serving us. It's a basic fact about human life. And then the third fact, which kind of rounds this out, is that we're designed to hide these inner rules from our conscious awareness. So we're designed to explore, we're designed to create these rules that tell us where not to explore, and then we're designed to not even be aware of that. And the best example I can give is kind of like the invisible fence that a dog has a collar. Dog gets too close to this wire buried underground and gets a shock. And so what happens is the dog learns very quickly that, let's say, for instance, going over to those pink bushes is painful, right? So the dog learns not to go over there. And after a while, the dog doesn't even have any interest in going over there, but doesn't know why that the dog doesn't have any interest in going over there. Just, it's kind of like, oh, well, no, I'm good where I am. So we're all walking around with these inner rules that we're not aware that we have. And it's all by design that we have this. So what this does, though, it really sets up a conflict between what we want to explore or do or be and our desire for safety. So there's a conflict. Let's say a person wants to be a public speaker, and yet there's an inner voice that is saying that that's scary, the inner voice that's saying that people will laugh at you, right? So there can be a conflict and a lot of anxiety. Or let's say someone wants to ask someone out on a date and has this desire to explore this relationship and to move in this new direction, and a desire to not get shot down. So this really sets up this basic fundamental conflict in human nature. And when I go into the Aroma Freedom technique and how it works and why it works, this is really, in a sense, the problem that Aroma Freedom is designed to answer. It's not a new idea that negative thoughts hamper our ability to pursue our dreams. We think of this poor girl in the slide here saying, I can't do it, I'm not worthy, I must be perfect, I must not make a mistake, I'm not good enough, nobody loves me, right? We get weighed down. This is her inner rule system that is actually, she's actually created each and every one of these negative thoughts. She's created that negative thought, and it's weighing on her, right? These negative thoughts are weighing her down, stopping her from doing those things that she wants to do. So how do you overcome negative thinking? Well, I didn't invent the concept of negative thinking. It's been around for a while. Some of us call it self-talk, and we've heard different things. Some people say, well, you should fight the negative thoughts. Like whenever you have the negative thought, you should just kind of fight back and say, no, I don't feel that way. Or ignore them and think about something else. Some psychologists will suggest, when you get that negative thought, you should go pet your dog, or you should go draw a hot bath or something that just kind of distracts you. Or maybe replace them with positive affirmations. Here again, the affirmations are great, and affirmations they can be effective. They're very popular. So when you are feeling I can't do this and you affirm, yes, I can do this, does that help? Yes, it can help. However, there's a problem with affirmations. When affirmations are just done the way they're usually done, they're just done, you just start affirming stuff. But the trouble with that is that if you haven't dissolved the negative thoughts first, then you're going to get into a conflict about that. You're going to be basically fighting with yourself. If you start to affirm things and you haven't cleared out the part of you that disagrees with that, then you're basically going to be just fighting yourself. So what we're going to do is really something revolutionary. We're going to dissolve the negative thoughts with essential oils. So this comes from the understanding that thoughts and memories all form together in these complexes that consist of thoughts, feelings, memories, and sensations. And that when we break those apart in the special way that we do with Aroma Freedom, the complexes dissolve. So what is Aroma Freedom technique? Well, there's the book that I wrote 2.5 years ago. It's very easy and gentle, as you'll see tonight. Generally, people feel energized and confident afterwards. You can use it on yourself or others. So it's designed to be a self-care tool, as well as something you can use with others, really to help take you, so you can take control of your own emotions. There's no diagnosis involved. It's not medical. We're not diagnosing or prescribing anything. It uses Young Living essential oils because they're the purest and most effective, and they really allow us to take the concentrated scent from flowers and trees and shrubs and roots and deliver them right to the olfactory system where we need them. And it's been proven effective, adopted by thousands of people worldwide since we began. So how does it work? It works because the response to smell is powerful and it's automatic. When we smell rotten food coming out of the refrigerator, we wrinkle our nose, we get the gag reflex, we literally can't allow ourselves to eat it. Why is that? It's because it's tied to our survival response, which tells us that it's not safe to do this. it's not safe to eat. Or when the rabbit smells the fox and starts running, it doesn't have to think about it. It's wired into the protective system to run away from danger or to run towards food. So it's powerful and automatic. It's because the olfactory nerve connects directly to the limbic system in the brain, where our primitive, what we call approach avoidance or safe or unsafe feelings are created. So it's hardwired. It's only 2 neural synapses from the olfactory bulb, which is actually behind the eyes. When you smell something, goes right back in and lands right at the amygdala. And the amygdala is this little almond-shaped area that only has 2 purposes. Its 2 functions are to process smell is one function, and the other function is to trigger or release that fight or flight survival response. That's what it's designed to do. So smell is an obvious and immediate way that we can manipulate the amygdala, as you'll see. But I also realized when I was researching this that incense has been used in religious rituals for centuries, whether it's in a temple or a mosque or a church or a cathedral, all over the world. Why is that? It's because the sense of smell can also have a powerful and irresistible calming effect. Frankincense resin, which is used in Catholic churches, sandalwood, some of the ones we're going to use today, vanilla, lavender, frankincense, all of these oils and many others as well have the ability to immediately calm down the amygdala, let go of the stress of everyday life, and help us focus internally. The sense of smell is intimately connected with memory, and this is obvious to us. Whenever we smell the cookies, it reminds us of our grandmother's kitchen, or we smell the flowers that our boyfriend gave us or something. It just brings us into memories of other times when we had the same experience. And again, this is for survival reasons. The rabbit smells the fox and remembers instantly the last time they smelled the fox and what that meant. It's part of our survival. Of course, essential oils that we use, they're just distilled from plants, and they're very pure, and they're complex and balancing aromas. The reason we use them is because they are really designed to act as what's called signaling molecules in nature. When the flower opens, it's signaling to the bee to come, or if they're the hummingbird or something. And they're really a gift from nature. So when we smell the oils in the specific way that I'm going to train you, it will actually do something very deep and gentle. We actually have 3 interlocking techniques. The first one we call the memory resolution technique. This is in red. This is when we have a memory from the past that we know about, that we're conscious of, that when we think about it, we feel an emotional charge. We feel our palms get sweaty, our heart races, or we feel that sinking feeling, whatever that is, whether it's a traumatic memory or a memory that wasn't even, quote unquote traumatic, but still disturbing or unresolved. Then we have a technique to just kind of clear that out. And then we have the aroma reset technique, which came out more recently. That just in the last year, I put that together. And that's been very, very helpful for people, just as we call it the 60-second stress relief, because it takes about 60 seconds and it just resets your mood by collecting the thoughts, feelings, and sensations related to a current situation. You're smelling the oils in a specific way, and it just dissolves the stress. And then the aroma freedom technique, which is what we're going to demonstrate today, is really about the future, which, as I said, we're designed to go into the future. We're designed to explore, to move forward. And aroma freedom is designed to help us bring that forward goal into our present. So the goal could be any number of things. It could be our career, could be a relationship goal, could be a wellness goal, even a spiritual goal, or just a goal about having fun. Really, any area of your life where you would like to have greater freedom, greater joy, greater success. You set a goal, and then we work through the process and get there. And I'm going to demonstrate this in a few minutes. And what you're going to see me doing is really taking someone through the 12 steps of the process. I'm not going to teach the 12 steps tonight because this is just an introductory class, but you're going to get a sense of how it all flows. And then you'll be able to afterwards have an opportunity. You can learn it directly from the book, or you can learn through one of our online classes. So let's get our demo ready.
So that should kind of give you an idea that we didn't make this up, but this is actually a proven technique that is being used all over the world for everyone. So we're going to turn it over to Erica, and she's going to introduce us to this technique.
Okay, so we're all gonna, do this together. I'm gonna walk you guys through. This is the freedom part. So if you want to do the freedom part, you need the 3 oils. You need frankincense, you need lavender, and you need stress away. So I went to a few of Dr. Perkis. I went to some of his classes, and I've also got training from someone else who got training from him. Not that I'm an expert in this, but this is the exact notes on how to do this. And I think I already mentioned, but some of you guys weren't here. This is maybe the 4th time that we're doing this class. And again, Chris and I see like amazing results. People feel really good, like they've released like a big weight off their shoulder after this class. So I just want to mention that, it can get a little emotional because we're going to be dissolving some negative thoughts. That's what we're going to do tonight. So if you feel the need to go off camera, you totally can do that. And I want to say, just go with the process. If you feel like you need to cry, it's part of the process. Just do it. It's okay. We're not here to judge you. Okay, so you have your 3 oils. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start to dissolve negative thoughts. We're going to work on our emotional response to maybe what's going on in your world. So now I want you guys to think of something that is really bothering you or stressing you out. You may have one or you may have more. Pick the thing that bothers you the most right now that's happening in your world, in your life. So I'll give you guys a minute to think about something that's just, right? It's just stressing you out. It's this huge weight. You guys all got it? You guys got that situation? I want you to think, when you think of that situation, what is it? Is on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst thing ever. Think of like a scale of how when you think of it, right? You start already clenching your jaw, right? You're already getting upset thinking about it. Think of on that scale, how do you feel? Okay, because we're going to come back to that later. Okay, so when you think of that situation, now I want you to name the feeling that you feel when you think of the situation. I'll give you an example. When you think of it, do you feel hopeless? Do you feel angry? Do you feel scared? Do you feel sad? Do you feel annoyed? So it's really important to identify the feeling that goes along with the situation. It's very important. I'll give you guys a second. Think of the feeling. You have a few feelings. Just pick one, but it's going to focus on the first feeling that comes to you with that special situation. Okay, got that? Next, we're going to locate the feeling in the body. So when you think of the situation, and let's say you're annoyed, where do you feel the annoyance? Some people feel it in their jaw. They clench their jaw. They're sick to their stomach. Men, a lot of times it's their shoulders, their heart. They'll even feel like a pain. People get sometimes a physical pain in the heart. So locate the feeling in the body. Where do you feel it the most? The most. Just pick the one you feel the most. It's like, where are you holding the stress, so to speak? Okay, next. What's the negative thought that goes with the feeling? Okay, I'll give you an example. Maybe it's a fear of getting sick. Maybe it's a fear of how am I going to pay the bills? Maybe I'm afraid to lose my house. So we want to find the feeling. Where are we feeling it when it comes up? Does it come into the heart? And then what is the thought process that goes with that feeling? So think about all that. And if we're ready, now we're going to start to release it. We're going to tap into it, okay? So you're going to do equal parts: frankincense, lavender, stress away. So 1 drop or 2, just make sure they're equal in your hand, palm of your hand, right? And then we're going to make a scent tent. So just equal drops. So we know sometimes 2 comes out. So if 2 lavender comes out, then do 2 stress away, 2 frankincense, put it on the palm of your hand. I'll give you guys a second. Palm of your hand. And then what we're going to do is just do 3 circles, make that scent tent, as we call it. Close your eyes and breathe into the situation. Think of that situation. Just breathe those oils into the situation. Allow yourself to kind of feel it. Just close your eyes, just breathe into the situation. And you just want to ride the wave, whatever how you're feeling, don't hold back. Like I said, if you feel like you have to cry, it's part of the process. Like, don't stop the process, okay? Now I'm going to ask you guys, I see you guys still breathing. I'll let you guys breathe, do that for another minute.
So we're still supposed to be thinking about that time, right? That thing.
Yeah, breathe into the situation. You're just going to breathe in, like whatever it is that's upsetting, it's bothering you, the feeling, all of that, just breathe it in. So are you noticing a little bit of a shift? A little bit of a shift. Are you starting to notice something? Are you feeling maybe the anger, the tension kind of coming off the shoulder? Do you feel you're coming down a few notches? Right, your shoulders were like this, now they're kind of coming back. Maybe you're sinking down, you're letting yourself relax, you've relaxed your jaw. So are you noticing that? Are you guys noticing a shift? Because now what I want you to do, oh, sorry, Chris.
Yes.
Yes, you're noticing a shift. Think back now to the original situation. How do you feel now when you think about that situation? Did it shift? Maybe at the beginning, the situation was a 9. And maybe now it's a 6. It's not perfect, but it's a 6. You've come down a few notches, or maybe it's a 2. So think about that. Think of, you're done breathing. Think of the situation. How do you feel? Does anyone feel anything a little bit different than at the start? And so you may notice for some people it's a small shift, but still in the right direction.
Do you want them to go ahead and say? I see some hands up.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, I couldn't see anything. If you guys want to say it, yes.
Elvie and Gabe, what do you guys want to say?
I definitely feel, especially in my right shoulder, I definitely feel it totally relaxed compared to what it was before.
Is that where you hold your stress?
Since the pandemic, yes. I have my cool Azure right here next to me.
So now you may notice that sometimes we have certain physical things that happen, but it's because of emotions. So sometimes a solution to the problem is not an oil to address the soreness, it's an oil to address the emotions. So here's the thing, that's the first part of this technique. So I want to ask you guys, so some people need to do this again because you've only come down a few notches. You were at a 10, now you're a 6. We can do this again. And sometimes people notice the second time that we do it, they're knocked down to maybe a 4. So it's up to you guys. We can do this part again, or we can move on. Christine?
I just have a question. Is there something I can use because I'm missing frankincense? Is there something that has frankincense in it that I could use?
Maybe like a Limi? Do you have a Limi? He mentioned, I don't know if you have, oh goodness, I just lost my thoughts.
I have gratitude.
You know what? Try that. Try it.
I think that would help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you noticing anything with the stress away in the lavender? Are you noticing, feeling a little calmer?
Mm-hmm.
Better?
Makes me not want to.
Okay, good.
Brush something.
Good. So now imagine if you had the frankincense. Just kidding.
I know.
Yeah,
I'd be even better.
Good.
Right?
There
So
is a
let me
little
ask-
bit of frankincense in there, a little bit.
Yeah.
Is there?
To try it. I mean, it won't hurt because
Yeah.
it is an emotional oil. You can try that.
Yeah, can't help.
But let me ask you guys.
Can't hurt.
It can't hurt. Yes. Yes or no? Do you want to do the freedom part again, or do you want to move on to the boost part? Because we can do this part again, and it may knock you down a few more notches. But it's up to you guys. Let me know.
Why not?
Want to do it one more time?
Yeah.
As you see, it doesn't take long. Let's do the process again. So have your oils ready, your frankincense, your lavender, your stress. We're going to do this again, and you may notice another shift. Okay. So now, okay, we're gonna think of a stressful situation. Think of the most stressful situation in your life. the thing that's bothering you the most, okay? Now you want to name the feeling associated with the situation. You may notice you have a different answer this time. You may notice a different answer, and it's okay. You may notice, oh, your answer kind of changed a little bit. The situation's the same, but your feeling might be different. That's okay. So think of the situation. What feeling? Do you feel hopeless, angry, sad? Okay. Got the feeling, got the situation? Locate it. Where in the body are you holding that anger, holding that stress? Where are you feeling it? Your shoulders, your jaw, your stomach. Where are you guys feeling it? You guys thinking about this? And like I said, the thought could be fear of getting sick. I can't pay the bills. I need a job. These are some of the thoughts. Now we're going to do the release again. Okay. So we're going to take equal parts, frankincense, lavender, stress away, make that scent tent. And again, close your eyes and take nice deep breaths and think of and breathe it into the situation. Like picture the situation, what's bothering you. Breathe it into that situation. So what we're trying to do, as he said, we're triggering the hippocampus to release like these memories. We're trying to make a shift to the amygdala to calm down, to relax. And that allows you to kind of like move forward in life.
My brain feels really good after all those oils, that close to it, to the olfactory bulb.
Yeah. Right? Because think about when you're stressed, you don't make the best decisions, do you? We tend to just we make things worse when we're stressed. We make the worst food choices. We don't sleep well. It's like, it's the worst. Now, does anyone notice, do you feel any difference after this round? Christine?
Does anybody feel tingling in the top of their head at all or no?
You may feel, my husband feels tingling with certain oils.
I feel right here. Yep.
Yeah, mine is right here.
Like release.
Mm-hmm.
So now when you think of the situation, maybe at first it was a 10, and maybe you did the first time that it was 6. What is it now? So think of the number lower.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a great technique that you guys can do anytime that you want. You can do it every day if you want, once a week if you want. Imagine how it's going to help you just get through the day, get through stress, get through life. Just going to the supermarket sometimes, it's like, oh. I had someone who was mad at me because I wanted to get the milk and they were blocking, I'm not kidding, blocking the whole, I'm like, can I just, and she's like, okay. Okay, so if we're ready to move on, how are you guys feeling? You feel kind of loose now, like maybe your shoulders feel loose, right? Are you feeling like, oh, wow. Remember, you can do this anytime that you want. See, yes, Sleepy so saying, last time we did this, the next class, people said, I had the best sleep of my life when we did that technique. So you may get the best sleep of your life. Okay, now we're going to work.
Before you go on, Erica, I just have, if you guys want to take a screenshot, I have this in steps. I'll go ahead and show you. And then if you want to take a screenshot of it, if you want to do it on your own later, you'll be able to do that. What did we just talk about? There we go. Everybody got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me go ahead and take it down. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. This is, you can stop there if you're like, no, I'm good. I think I saw like in here, that's fine. The next step to this is, it's referred to as like the boost. So now we're going to like switch that. We just got dissolved some of the negativity. We're going to do something positive. So for this, you either need peppermint or you need lemon or you need citrus fresh. So either one of those oils. And again, as you notice, what's the cool part is this doctor designed this whole thing around the oils that come in a starter bundle. So if you have a friend, if you have someone that you think may really benefit from this, all they need is a starter kit, okay? All right, so now we're gonna think about action steps that we can take. Hang on, let me look at my notes real quick, I'm sorry.
When you were asked feelings, we had a sleepy come up. Yep.
Yes, I saw that.
You're cute, huh?
All right, so now we think of the situation that was stressful. Now we're trying to come up with like almost like an action plan, and this will help. Okay, so you're trying to think, what can I do? So picture yourself doing that right now. Picture yourself. Okay, so let's say something that bothers you is, I don't know, a big sink of dishes. I know it's kind of dumb. Just say that's what bothers you. That's really good if that's what bothers you. Something that would make you feel good is maybe you doing the dishes and fixing the situation. So think of your situation. What can you do that maybe would make it better? And then kind of picture yourself doing the thing that would make it better. So after you release the negativity, it's interesting because you're tapping into the emotional part of the brain. And it's weird. All of a sudden, you may come up with a solution to the problem. You may come up with, I know what I'm going to do, or I know what I'm going to stop doing. You may come up with something. So now what you want to do is picture yourself doing that. Think of that situation that bothers you, and you want to picture yourself going in there and doing what you got to do to fix a situation. So now think about that. Name the positive feeling that you would feel if you did that. How would you feel if you did that action? If you took that action step, what would you feel? Would you feel happy? Would you feel like, oh, a weight's been lifted off? Would you feel like a victory? How would you feel? So now we're flipping to the positive. We're taking action. We're resolving something. How would you feel? Where would you feel this? If you felt happy, would you feel it in your heart? Would you feel it in your mouth? Would you start smiling? Where would you feel this? If you could resolve this, if you're in there fixing it and you feel happy, where do you feel happiness? Okay. So now we're going to do, it's an affirmation that he taught as part of it. And you can even do a power pose if you want. You don't have to, like power pose, like standing and put your hands on your hips. So you're kind of doing like this. It's like victory. So now you want to get your oil. So you get your peppermint, your citrus fresh, or your lemon, which is really bright. It's going to stimulate something different in the brain. So this is what we're going to say. I feel whatever that emotion is. I feel happy as I finish you're just going to tell yourself something. You're going to flip it in your brain. I feel amazing that I fixed whatever it is. Everyone has a different situation. So I know I'm kind of saying it funny. I feel joy in my heart when I do that thing. Does that make sense what I'm saying? I know I'm being vague, but think of your situation. Think of the action plan to fix it. Think of how you'd feel and where you'd feel it. You want to now take your peppermint or take your lemon, close your eyes and kind of almost say that like, I feel happy. I feel happy in my heart when I go in there and I fix this, whatever it is the situation is. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? No? Yes.
You're doing good.
Okay, does it make sense? It's hard because I'm like, I don't know, does this make sense, people? So now you want to breathe the oil in and say your affirmation. That's what you want to do now because we're kind of doing a positive flip. Yes, cognitive behavioral therapy. Yes, that's exactly what we're doing. And the oils, that's what they're finding like that. This is a doctor. He found that the oils, this is already a technique, but the oils made this even easier. It helped. So tell yourself, okay, I feel, what's the feeling?
I feel peppermint is strong.
Okay, maybe lemon or citrus fresh. You can even say it out loud if you want. If no one's there, you can say it out loud. Say your affirmation out loud. You could say it like this, like it's a victory. I did it. I feel good. I feel powerful. So I feel, how do you feel? Where do you feel the good feeling as I finish or whatever it is you need to do? You can do a power pose. You can say this out loud. Breathe in that oil. And again, you can do this a few times too. You can cheer, you can get excited, you can feel empowered, you can you can feel like that. And again, you can do this boost a few times because I find it's harder for us to accept the positive. It's so easy for us to accept the negative, but the positive is a lot harder. So you have to do this a few times as well. We're just going to do it once. We want to show you the technique. to dissolve the negative thoughts, and then how to do the flip in the brain. I call it the flip, like we're flipping a switch, but they refer to it as the Aroma Boost. So remember, we're just going to breathe in the oil. We're going to say our affirmation. We can do a power pose. And again, like I said, you can do this a few times.
The emotions didn't make me cry, but boy, this peppermint sure is.
Yeah, that should come with a warning. Don't put the peppermint too much.
Yes.
Half a drop on your hand.
Yes, yes. So how is everybody feeling? That's the whole thing. We did part 1, we did part 2.
Good.
How is everybody feeling? You notice a shift? You notice you're feeling better? One time we did this class and everyone was like speechless at the end. They were just like, I couldn't believe what had happened. They felt, I mean, it was in a good way, but they were in shock in a good way about what just happened. How's everybody feeling?
You can go ahead and unmute yourselves. I think everybody's muted but me and Erica.
Someone said like a fog's been lifted from their brain. Yes, that's yes.
Happy, happy, happy.
Happy? Good.
Okay.
I feel content.
Good.
Good.
I feel my shoulders are looser.
Good.
Mm.
So again, this is a great tool. You have your oils. This is a great tool you could use anytime that you need it, okay? Anytime you need to do this, once a day, twice a day, once a week, whatever you need. Oils are super powerful. I love them. They're awesome.
What
So
do you
I have
think,
a couple-
Maggie?
It's like an opener. It's like a hug feeling. Like going out like in the morning on like a beautiful but crisp day and you get that smell, like that first sniff, and you just feel, I don't know, like awake and clear. Very nice.
And if I see sun coming out in the morning, makes me so happy.
Nice. Denise, what did you want to say?
Feel refreshed. Very
Yeah.
refreshed.
Perfect.
Good.
So one reason this works, I'm just going to throw a screenshot up here as to why this works, because our brains are malleable, and that's what we're doing. We're just kind of like doing a little reset with the negativity, and we're turning it into something positive. We're replacing it with something positive. So this is the kind of thing that if you get into a routine, you want to keep that same routine. Like Erica was saying, you don't want to just do this one time, but whenever you're feeling a little down, if you're feeling like I can't take it anymore, or something's overcoming you really, really negative, just grab your oils. It only takes a few minutes and go ahead and do this. But
Especially peppermint.
we can work with our brain. So that's why it works. The brain is a muscle and we want to get it going in the right way.
And I feel so happy now and relaxed.
Great.
I just wanted to share
You feel
one
better.
graphic. This is a great graphic, another screenshot. These are some other oils for emotions, specific emotions. So, you know, we have all kinds of oils for all these different things. So I'll take a
I
screenshot
can't
of
read
that.
the oils, but I can read
Oh,
this.
okay. Maybe Chris can send you a screenshot of this.
Yep,
I can't see it that good.
It's okay. Maybe Chris can like do a screenshot and just send it to you. But that's great to have like on hand. And I always tell people, carry your oils with you, because you never know when you're in a situation, right? You're driving and oh man, right? Or you're at the store or something happens. It's great to have your emotional support oils with you.
And like Erica was saying, that this month there's a special going on, especially for our team. We're doing a 10% code for some people if you need to get these oils if you don't have them. So just text us, send us a message, and we'll make sure that you're able to get these oils if you don't have them already. And also in the the premium starter kit, most of you got the premium starter kit, you have all these oils. But if you have a friend, when you order this month, you're going to go ahead and be getting a 10% off code that you can share with your friend. And in the website that I was reading, the doctor who put this all together, there's a oil called Envision. And he said, this is just like a quick one. If you just have one oil and you just want one oil to do this quickly, Envision is the one that he recommended. So I'm gonna thank everybody who's been watching us, and we're gonna have some questions in just a second. So everybody.
What
hold
was that
here.
oil that he
Envision,
mentioned?
called Envision. Yeah, but let me go
Oh,
ahead and turn
what's the
everybody.
name
off.
of the oil?
It's called Envision. That's one.
Envision?
Yep.
I never heard of it.
Yep, it's one of them. Okay.
Is
So